Well, I hope you took advantage of that trade setups that I shared with you last week on XAU USD gold. It was the best trade of this year so far. So what was so exciting with the Forex market last week that made everything move so dramatically? Well, let's jump into the video and have a look. So here we are with the regular weekly analysis that I provide every Sunday for the foreign exchange market on gold and the major currency pairs and one or two minor pairs. And as usual, this weekly analysis comes out on Sunday. All right, this week starting the trading on the 19th of February 2024. And as usual, we will look at the high impact news, the fundamental news items, the data that is released on a regular basis that affects the movement of currencies and commodities. And for that, we have our go-to website, forexfactory.com. And then, of course, I will look at the profit and loss that I got from the trade setups, which I shared with you in the previous week. And then, for sure, this is all about sharing my pending orders with you. The trade setups that I have in place, the pending orders that are ready to go for this upcoming week in the foreign exchange market. And I share these with you in order to help you make profit trading Forex. If you found this YouTube video by accident and you would like to learn how to trade Forex, well, I do have a free beginner's course on how to get started trading Forex. And if you're interested in that, you need to let me know by sending me a message. My Telegram ID is at rickrayfx, or you can contact me at any of the official links below this video. So let's jump in and have a look at the fundamental news items, the high impact news items that we have coming up this week. And it's a pretty full calendar. All right, I've only highlighted a couple of items that are particularly important to the movement of the US dollar and gold. And the first one that's coming out will be on Thursday, and that is the big FOMC meeting, which is very, very late in the night. It's after midnight in Asia, but it depends on where you live in the world, so be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times. FOMC, very, very high impactful item for the movement of the US economy and related currencies. And then on Thursday, we have the regular weekly unemployment claims related to the US economy, and that can sometimes be a big mover and shaker. So be sure and check forexfactory.com for the fundamental news items, the high impact news items that are coming out this week starting on the 19th of February. And now let's jump in and have a look at last week's trade setups, which I shared with you, and we'll see what was the profit and loss on those. And as I mentioned in the beginning, here it is. So the first one that I always start off with is gold. All right, and as you can see, that was the big cash cow for last week. All right, XAU USD sell limit was opened at the entry price I gave you on my trade setup. My pending order was 2030, and that did open based on the high impact news item that came out last week, and it did a significant drop, very dramatic. All right, down to even overnight. If you'd have held on to that, got a maximum, a total of 457 pips. And you should know that if you traded one lot, one standard lot, that would have been $4,570. So a great trade on the XAU USD. Just ignore those resistance and support levels that you see there on the screen. Those are from a previous time. I'll be sharing the new support and resistance levels for gold in my pending orders version coming up shortly. Then on the Euro USD, we had a sell limit, and that one paid off nicely also for 100 pips. Then the odd US was a sell limit, and that one executed for 100 pips. Okay, very, very good trade. Now you check the entry price that I gave you on that, and you might find that it missed the pending order by 1 or 2 pips. So that is going to depend on the spread that you have from the broker. It's going to depend on the broker that you use. Some brokers have slightly different prices, slightly different spreads. So maybe your pending order did not execute. But as I've said before, when you see one moving in the right direction like that, there's nothing wrong with going ahead and taking the trade. It doesn't mean that just because it missed it by 1 or 2 pips that you let 100 pips, you don't take that profit off the table. All right, so in this case, in my particular case, that missed the pending order by just 2 pips. but I still took the trade. Once it starts moving in the right direction, you can take a small trade, and then if it continues in the right direction, go ahead and add to a winning trade, and you would have eventually got on this trade overnight 100 pips. The New Zealand US was neutral, so I didn't have any trade on that one. The pound US, I had a sell limit on that one. That one paid off nicely with 134 pips. Then the USD CAD was neutral. I had no trade on that one. The UJ, this one also, I believe, depending on your broker and your spread and the price of your broker, might have missed your pending order by 1 or 2 pips, but this was a very rewarding pending order, a trade that executed and paid off 195 pips. Then the pound New Zealand was up and down, okay, zigzagged along, and initially in the beginning of the week got 60 pips on that one. Then it went the wrong direction and came back in the right direction. And if you'd have taken it the second time, it would have been a sell stop, not a sell limit, but you could have got another 100 pips on that one on the second trade. Then the Euro CAD was a nice one also. That one paid off for 71 pips on the Euro CAD. All right, let's have a look at the pending orders that I have in place. These are the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week starting on the 19th of February. And I share these with you in order to help you make profit in your Forex trading. But remember, of course, I'm not suggesting or recommending that you take the trades. This is not financial advice. It's up to you to manage your own account and to use good risk management. So the first one I have, of course, is gold. And my question for the week, I'll go ahead and spring that one on you in the mid-course of the video here. The question for the week is, are you bullish or bearish on gold? All right, for sure I'm bullish on gold long term. And we know that we might see prices of 2,100, 2,200 and beyond this year in gold. But for the short term, for now, for this week, I am bearish on gold. It's bearish on the day chart, slightly bullish on the 4-hour chart, but I am bearish on gold for the short term. And you see what we have seen here. Gold has been bearish for several days, trading in a bearish trend. But what it's done, it's retraced, made a correction back to the first Fibonacci level. And that's very, very significant. That's at 0.38, the 38 Fibonacci level. So I have a sell limit just slightly above that at 2017. A sell limit on gold at 2017. And let's see if that one plays out. I'm expecting to see lower prices in the upcoming week on gold. We might get down to 1983, our first support level, and maybe even lower than that. Then the Euro US, I have a sell limit at 1.0795. For the odd US, I have a sell limit on that one with the entry price at 0.6540. For the New Zealand US is neutral. No trade. You can see the zigzag that it's been doing all last week and before that. And for the pound US, I do have a sell limit on that one. Let it retrace just a little bit to the entry price of 1.2620. I think we will continue to see lower prices on the pound US as we just, it was recognized last week that the pound for the UK has now officially entered into a recession. They are struggling. So we're likely to see continuing lower prices, continuing bearish move on the pound. The USD CAD is a buy. Okay, this is not a pending order. You wake up Monday morning, buy the USD CAD. And the same with the UJ. This is almost always the case with the UJ. The Japanese yen is just so weak. You know, you could almost throw a dart at the board and take your trade anywhere with the UJ and be profitable. So a market execution order when you wake up Monday morning, just buy the UJ. And then the minor pairs that I share with you, the pound New Zealand, I have a sell limit on that one, and the entry price is 2.0610. And then the Euro CAD, I have a sell limit on that one with the entry price 1.4545. And I like to throw in this one now. I did this last week and I got some good reports on that. This is the chart for Bitcoin, and it is the 4-hour chart. And it's exciting to look at, exciting to watch these days. We are in a bullish run. and this has been happening for a couple of weeks now. You see the consolidation that we have there at the $52,000 level, and it has done that before. It did that at $50,000. It did it at $48,000. It did it at $46,000. Goes sideways and then moves up. Goes sideways and then moves up. Goes sideways and then moves up. So what are we going to see now? Is it going to pull back to a support level? If it should pull back to a support level, of course, obviously the first level we would see would be 50,000. And then if it should drop below that, then it would be 48,000. But I'm expecting to see higher prices, and I think most people are in the same mindset that we are going to see higher prices, but of course you never know. And I don't show you this chart as a trader. I do not trade Bitcoin. I do not buy and sell Bitcoin. I just buy. And I've told you that before in my other videos which I share on cryptocurrency. So if you're interested in learning how to buy Bitcoin as an investment, there are YouTube channels on my channel and other channels that tell you how to go about buying crypto, how to buy Bitcoin, how to store, how to self-custody, etc., all of the ins and outs that you need to learn. But if you really want to know all of the details about cryptocurrency, you need to follow this lady. She has a great YouTube channel. Her name is Crypto Casey. That's the name of her channel, and she is fantastic. So I'll put the link for her channel below this video if you're interested in learning how to invest in Bitcoin. And as always, I have the question of the week, but I've already sprung that on you halfway through this video. So my question is, are you bullish or bearish on gold? This week, are you going to buy or sell gold? Which are you? Just let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you very much for being here. Of course, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, love, and share this YouTube channel, and I'll see you again next time. This is Rick Ray, signing off.